What's good, YouTube? Guys, thank you for checking in with me. I want to take you through my 3-day water fast, specifically a week leading up to fast and the actual 3 days on the fast. When it comes to 3-day water fast, I try to do it once a year. I think that's a healthy ratio. I must admit last year I didn't do it simply because I was afraid of a muscle loss that you tend to accumulate while you're fasting. And for me, with my type of body, I tend to lose weight easy. All it takes for me is skip a few meals and boom, kilos gone. And in my last 3-day water fast, I actually lost about 6 or 7 kilograms of weight. I went into a fast weighing 97 kilograms, and towards the end of the fast I was 91 kilograms. And of course a lot of it was just the waste that my body didn't need to, so it was clearing itself out. However, I was also quite slimish by the end of the fast. I guess one of the mistakes that I've done last time, I was still exercising while fasting. And even though I was doing a low impact training, it still took a lot for my body, as I am, more or less considered to be a big guy, 6'5.5", currently 94 kilograms. I tend to burn calories quite fast, so I was quite mindful of that. Whereas this year, the intention for the fast, it's spiritual rather than physical. Yes, physical benefits are great, and I will get into physical benefits in more details, but predominantly is the spiritual, and I feel like my spirit has been calling for this fast. So my goal number one is to get closer to God, because you do want to go into a fast with an intention, as it will get challenging, it will get difficult throughout those 3 days. Your brain will play tricks on you. You will smell food everywhere. You will question yourself. Oh, why am I doing this? Oh, let me just, have a piece of this, have a piece of that. But you must stay focused. So your intention has to be greater than your hunger. So my intention is get closer to God, get more spiritual, focus on my inner practices like qigong, meditation, shadow work, clear my body, doing practices like 6 healing sounds, where I will be able to get rid of whatever energies that aren't mine, because I still feel like there are other energies lingering around my temple, and I strongly believe in spiritual soul ties. And even though I haven't been intimate for a long time, I feel like there are energies of my previous partners still lingering in my temple. And one way to get rid of those energies is to go on a fast. And ideally speaking, the longer the fast, the better. 3 days is a healthy amount of days, is a healthy amount of time, and I'm fully embracing it, and I feel like my spirit has called for this, and I couldn't be prolonging this any longer. So guys, please stay tuned with me while we're taking you through day 1, day 2 and day 3 of my water fast. I hope this will be a benefit to you and you can take something away from this. Guys, today is day 1 on a water fast. I had my last meal last night around 8 p.m. and leading up to a fast, I really increased my proteins and vegetables, as well as minerals and electrolytes, just to make sure that my body was fully filled up for the upcoming 3 days. So currently it's around 6 p.m. I got off work not too long ago. So far so good. Feels good to have an empty stomach, I must admit. And another benefit of fasting is you actually save a lot of time as well as money, so you don't have to think of, why you're going to have for lunch, why you're going, to cook for lunch the night before. And once you think about it, it takes so much time just, thinking, preparing, planning. And once all of that out of the way, it just makes your life so much easier. Today, I haven't really had any major cravings. My body is more or less accustomed to fasting when it comes to 24-hour fast or intermediate fast. So this is all normal to me at this stage. I must admit, when I was cycling home, I cycled by a fish and chips restaurant, and it smelled so good, and it got me thinking, like, wow, I really would like that. It's funny, every time I go on a fast, whenever I smell food, in my head I'm just thinking of a list of places I want to visit once I break my fast, and it usually never happens. But as I said, the feeling of hunger will be quite strong, but I'm ready to overcome it, and so far it feels good. I've also cut down the caffeine. I guess that's one thing I miss. Normally I have coffee in the morning as part of my morning routine, and this hasn't been the case this week, and I guess that's, I'm finding it a little bit challenging, a little bit tricky, but it's all good. I've readjusted. So from Monday on, I haven't had any caffeine, and today is Thursday. Just to avoid that migraine, the headache that you get once you remove caffeine from your diet. So that's gone. I had my light migraine on Tuesday morning. In fact, it hit the next day. It didn't hit me on Monday. So that's out of the equation. So far it feels good, actually, to be here, to be doing this fast. I'm glad I've committed to it because I prolonged it for long enough. This morning I weigh in at 96.2 kilograms, my standard weight at the moment. I'm expecting to lose 5 kilos, so probably by the end of the fast, on the last day, on Sunday morning, as I won't be breaking my fast on Saturday evening. I just don't like to eat before bed or in the evening, especially when it comes to breaking a fast, so rather wait out a night. So my fast is in fact 3 days and a half almost, but the longer the better. So I do plan to break my fast on Sunday morning with a vegetable soup. I think that's something that not too heavy and not too light either, but something that will fulfill my appetite. And it's quite important what meal you break your fast with. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. Stick with me as I progress today too. Yo, what's good, YouTube? Checking in with you. Day 2 of 3 days water fast. I must admit today was an interesting day. I woke up around 6:30 a.m. Did my morning routine, which mostly consists of sexual kung fu practices such as qigong, meditation, and breath work. And I must admit, being on a fast and doing internal practices makes you feel completely different. You are so more in tune with whatever you're doing, and that's not just internal practices, that's anything. After work today, I took a walk in the park and I just felt different. I just felt so connected with the nature, with the Most High. And fasting is a spiritual practice, because what it does, as you get through the fasting, as you get through the days, your physical body feels weaker, but your spiritual body, your spiritual entity actually grows in strength. And that's how I felt today, and I still feel that way. Earlier on scales, I weighed in at 93.8 kilograms. So I have lost 2.5 kilograms in the last 24 hours. and I'm only wondering what my weight is going to be tomorrow morning. But it's all good loss. It's just a waste that my body needs to get rid of. Overall, I had a very active day. Even yesterday was quite active. Racked up 13,000 steps yesterday, and today I just checked how many steps I've done, and it was 16,000 steps. So quite a lot of movement. And on top of that, I had such a busy day at work. It was back-to-back meetings from one part of London to the other, and in between I was cycling as well, which probably contributed to me burning off my energy. But I wanted to be active throughout this fast. I didn't want to be just, working from home and minimizing my movement. I want to be active, but not to an extent where I'm overexhausting myself. So I'm not working out in a gym or doing anything crazy. However, last night I did go to my gym to use the sauna just to sweat out the toxins. And it's actually quite recommended if you are fasting to use things like steam room and sauna as your body is getting rid of things, as fasting is a clearing process. It clears your soul, it clears your body. So it is encouraged that if you are on a fast to use those things if you got access to them in the first place. Another thing that I am doing on this fast, I am detoxing from music. I listen to music every day, so for me not to listen to music, it's a big thing, it's a big ask. But also, as you are on this fast, you want to make sure that wherever you're feeding your brain and your soul with is purified, because you are going through a crystallization process. You are clearing your body. So, and I've been quite mindful of what I consume anyway, but in the last 2 days I've been quite specific what I'm consuming, what I'm watching, what I'm listening to. So what I've been doing, I've just been listening to nature sounds on my phone, and really calms me, relaxes me, and I feel deep connection with myself as well as with the Most High. And my awareness has heightened throughout the day, especially towards the evening. I just feel more in tune with myself. I'm more aware of just my surroundings, what's going on, of my whereabouts, more in tune with my body, and that's a good thing. And I know tomorrow, on my last day of the fast, my third day, it will only heightened. From feeling heightened and just being aware of my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, I have encountered some challenges throughout the day, and it's to do with food. Food is everywhere. Like every other shop on the high street is food related shop. So just the smell of food, it just gets you. Just last night I was walking past I was walking by Nando's, and I could just smell the chicken, and I was like, wow, I really want that. And in my head I'm just losing it a little bit. And then for me, I haven't eaten meat in a year and 3 months now. I don't even consume meat like that anymore. So for me to have that crave, it just goes to show that when you are on a fast, you have to be quite disciplined with yourself. Like that's why I said your intention, your purpose has to be greater than your hunger. Therefore your discipline has to be on point. And obviously I'm not at the stage where I'm reconsidering stopping my fast or anything like that, but you do need to be strong-minded, because it will get challenging, it will be stressed. Hunger cravings do come here and there, and you must be resilient to fight them back. Anyways guys, thank you for checking in with me. On to day 3 tomorrow in a bit. Guten Morgen. Yo, what's good guys? welcome back. Day 3 of 3-day water fast, and let me tell you this, nobody goes on a hunt on a full stomach. Fact. That's why I encourage fasting so much, because it pushes you to get out of the comfort zone. It develops discipline within. Every time you have a meal, it just sends dopamine into your brain, and it gives you a perception of everything is fine, I don't need to do anything, I feel comfortable where I'm at. And that's fine, but in our current society where we are so encouraged to consume everything and as much of it as possible, it's not a good place to be in. So one of the benefits of fasting, what it actually does, it resets your dopamine receptors. That's one of the other reasons why I've gone on a music fast as well, because every time you listen to your favorite song, guess what happens? Dopamine goes off in your brain, and that cycle just repeats itself. You have a meal, dopamine goes off, etc., etc. On top of that, there are many other physical benefits that your body experiences while on a fast, on a 3-day fast in particular. First of all, your immune system resets itself. So that's already, a massive thing. If you were to tell me, look, Angel, go to work every single day, don't take any days off, how would you feel? You will burn out. Same thing for your digestion. It's a massive resource to digest the food. And if you're doing it 3 times a day, 4 times a day, 5 times a day, some bodybuilders eat like 7 times a day. That's crazy. But that is a massive toll on your body. That is a massive toll on your digestion system. So think about it. Just give your body a break. Even a 1-day fast will do you wonders. And I know some people that have never fasted even for a day, not considering those with medical conditions, but those who are healthy. Not a single day of a fast. You are so addicted, you are so dependent on food, and that's a weakness in my eyes. That goes to show you haven't got the discipline to say no, to withhold the edge and just fight it. It's not easy, but listen, if you don't develop discipline in this world, then what can I say? Anyways, the fast is going quite well. It's quite early. I think it's currently around 8:30 a.m. I've been up for a few hours. Had an amazing morning routine that consisted of 45 minutes of sexual kung fu practices, specifically half an hour or 35 minutes of qigong. And doing qigong in a fasted state, I must admit, it just turns on some different energy within you. I just felt so in tune, so connected to myself. And I must admit, I felt God within me. I felt God's presence within us, and we are made in His image. So it just goes to show, once you fast, you get closer to the Most High. And that was the goal for me going to this fast, and specifically to break through from soul ties that I have from my previous book of life. And I must admit that I am feeling those breaks. They're coming off. The energies that didn't belong to me slowly leaving my temple, and it's a good feeling. And last night I did a meditation that my friend suggested. It's called soul retrieval. So every time you give a part of your soul to someone, let's say you've been intimate with someone, you had a boyfriend or girlfriend, you give a part of your temple, you give a part of your soul for intimate contact. So this specific meditation gathers all the energy back to you, back to your temple. Hence why I've been on my celibate journey for quite some time now, which I will do another video about that as a whole. But overall, It feels good, it feels healthy, and in many ways I am surprised how well I've dealt with this fast. I remember when I did it 2 years ago, it was super challenging. Even on day 1 and 2, my cravings were over the roof and my headaches were just out of this world, and I couldn't wait to eat. Whereas this time, I feel fine. I feel, in fact, like I could go into 5-day water fast if I wanted to. I won't do it. I'll be breaking my fast tomorrow morning, but it just feels good to feel this way. And in comparison to my last fast, I've done a lot of work on myself. I've been on an intermediate fast for nearly a year and a half, so that is a massive readjustment for my body, and I think that is the key why currently, on this fast I'm feeling different. Plus, I well prepared myself for this fast, whereas last time I just went into it. I didn't fill my body with the right nutrients, minerals, electrolytes, proteins and vegetables, whereas this time I've done my homework and it was done properly. Overall, the spiritual awakening is real. So guys, I do encourage you to give it a go at some point, even for 24 hours, just to give your digestion a little break. This morning I weighed in at 92.8 kilograms, so I lost another kilo, and I think I will lose another kilo today. In the next 24 hours I will scale myself tomorrow morning and see how that goes. The goal for me today is to drink 5 liters of water. Yesterday I only drank about 3, but yesterday was a very busy day at work. I couldn't be popping in and out of bathroom all the time. So the goal for today is to get through 5 liters, and I'm able to do it. I'm off work and I can use the bathroom at any point. Anyway guys, thank you for checking in with me, for still being here, and I will check in with you tomorrow in a bit. Day 4. Officially, I'm here. The morning of breaking the fast is here. I'm just out in nature. There's a little square nearby where I live, where I come to all the time, and as today is Sunday, I was just doing my journal. It's called Mind Journal. Something that I do every Sunday. It really helps to keep your thoughts in adequate order, or just release some mental tension that we accumulate throughout the week. Anyways, this morning I woke up at 4:30 a.m. and I never get up that early unless I have to go somewhere. I usually get up between 6:30 and 7 a.m. and it just goes to show, once your body is rested, it isn't digesting food all the time, and you live in a healthy lifestyle overall, you just feel the impact of it. Even Malcolm X only used to sleep 4 hours. Obviously, don't recommend that, but again, it just goes to show, once you live healthy, it pays off. This morning I weighed in at 90 kilograms, so I've lost 6 kilograms, just over 6 kilograms, 6.2 kilograms, as my weight was 96.2 on day 1. Obviously most of it is just waste that my body was just constantly getting rid of. Water weight as well, some muscle loss. I definitely feel slimmer, but I also feel good. I feel healthier. Abs are showing off, the popping out, which goes to show, all the water just left my body, and my stomach just shrank. And another thing, once you're going back to eating, your stomach is so much smaller, so you won't be eating as much. Another thing that I've noticed on this fast is how calm and relaxed I've been throughout this process. Usually things that irritate me easily or get to me on a mental level, it just didn't happen. I felt like I was in control of my thoughts and my emotions at all times. I was less anxious and overall felt good. And it just goes to show that it's a clearing practice. And a lot of people actually get more irritated because they don't get to eat and etc. and they're so accustomed to it. Whereas with me, it was complete opposite. But I did prioritize working on myself, staying spiritual, practicing meditation, qigong, which does calms your nervous system, and it just balances you out. So I guess that contributed to me being calm, being more relaxed. Anyways, guys, I will be breaking my fast at 10 a.m. this morning. It's about 7:30 right now, so I still got some hours to burn, so to say. But stay tuned for my breakfast officially, and I'll catch you in a bit. What's good, everyone? Guys, it's about 12:30 p.m. I broke my fast earlier around 10:30 a.m. with a watermelon, which felt delicious, I must admit, and it's such a nice fruit to break your fast with. It just cleanses you even more, just clears out your gut completely. And about an hour later on, I had a veg soup, which was my first sufficient meal, which also was quite rich in its resources and nutrients. I made it just a couple of days ago. Currently resting, got my coffee. That's one thing I actually miss having is coffee. I actually felt I craved coffee more than I craved food at some point, which is funny to think about it. But I'm also having my little treat. Got myself chocolate brownie from Myprotein with we got 23 grams of protein as well, so a little treat. And overall, I'm just proud of myself for going through this experience, for putting myself through this challenge, and how well I've done on the fast as well. Not once did I question it or felt like I'm wasting my time. I had a goal, I had an intention, and I completed it. Lost all the weight that I needed to get rid of, completely cleansed my gut, my stomach. Even now, I just had such a small meal and I was full. So also I feel like I've experienced a spiritual breakthrough as well. Opened up a window for more abundance, for more growth, prosperity, health, wealth, happiness, all of that comes from those spiritual breakthroughs. And physical benefits are also amazing. Going to the gym, that's another thing that I miss doing on the fast, is working out. Even though I was active, I was putting up 12,000 steps on average each day. However, I wasn't training, so today is going to be my first session back in the gym. Nothing too heavy, just a bit of upper body, a bit of everything, just slowly easing back into it. If you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you taken something out of this vlog. I hope it was a value to you, and I encourage you to give it a go. Start with one day and you'll feel the difference, I promise you. Guys, thank you for checking in. Please subscribe, like, comment. I will be putting out more content as I get along. Kind of getting used to this YouTube thing, talking to the camera. It's a funny thing to do, but once you get used to it, it just flows naturally. But anyways, guys, check you in the next one. Thank you and take care.